Welcome back to Chew on This with Deborah and Ray. Obviously, I'm Ray.
You're still Ray?
Yes, still am.
I'm still Deborah. And this is our friend Carolyn Vanslow. Welcome. Thank you for so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for asking me.
Carolyn and I have a joint affinity for all things related to health and that topic, and we could spend hours talking about it. And even after hours, we don't touch on every aspect of health. Carolyn is actually a specialist. Your company is called Back to Basics.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do my name change.
Oh,
it's gonna be Back to Basics Exercise Therapy.
Okay. So I noticed that you are a posture therapist.
Postural alignment specialist or a postural therapist.
Chew on that one.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
Say it again.
You know what? I'm going to say what it really is. We
Okay.
deal with, everyone thinks when I walk into a room they have to sit up straight, and they don't realize I'm not even looking at that.
People say the same thing to me. Oh, don't watch what I'm eating. I'm not the food
I bet
police.
they do. I bet they do. You know what? They wouldn't say that unless they knew they were putting something in their mouths they shouldn't.
That could be.
But anyway, yeah. So it's really about muscle imbalances and what they do to the body, like pain.
So before we get started, tell us a little bit. Why do you do this work? What brought you to this point?
Well, I thought about this, Deborah, and I'm going to go back on how it all started back in 1992.
Okay, we got 8 minutes.
92, but this will be quick. I got my second diagnosed autoimmune disease, and I was really heavy. I mean,
Can I just say one
yeah.
thing? So often if people have one, it's likely they'll have a second one.
I have 4.
4, wow.
And my friend, who was my primary doctor, he didn't have the guts to tell me, look, you got to do something about your size. It's horrible. So he let me read the report, and the report said, thank you for sending this lovely 44-year-old white obese female. Well, I got to the word obese, and I thought, can't lie to myself anymore. I never put it together that when it would take me 10 minutes in the morning to stand up straight, that there was a connection between the pain and the weight, but they were actually one issue. So that's what started it off, and I went after the weight first. When the weight came off, it took me 5 years due to the metabolic issues I had. That's when I got hit like a ton of bricks with the pain. And I was thinking about this when we talked on Saturday or whatever day we talked, and I thought, I was so disconnected from the obesity that I didn't realize how much physical pain was involved in this. And it's all connected, the emotional, the physical, the spiritual.
You can't separate your pieces.
No, you can't. And when somebody doesn't heal or they don't do what they should with you, there's usually a really good reason. And it's very hard for us, I think, because we get invested in the client's health, to be able to look at this and say, okay, if they do this, then they're going to have to be accountable, and they're going to have to lose their story, and blah, blah, blah. So that's really what started me. I knew lifestyle management was everything. So when I got to the pain part, I'd tried everything. I won't get into all the modalities I did, but I tried everything and nothing worked. And I got on my hands and knees a second time, or been down there a few times. And I asked for someone to be put in my life, and within 2 days somebody had, and this person looked at movement as the healing aspect to what was happening, and that's how it started for me. I changed careers, I sold my business, I went back to school, and I originally started to help me because I thought, my God, I'm going to be stuck with this forever. I need to know how to take care of myself, and of course I ended up taking care of others in the process too. So that's how it all started. It's been a big journey. It's been a big journey.
So what is it that you do with your clients?
Well, showing is better than telling. So I'll ask you a couple of questions, and they can be no to everything. It doesn't matter. It's just information.
Okay.
Do you have any back pain at all?
I have hip pain.
Okay.
And every once in a while it's more that tightness, and I go like this and things go.
Do you feel like you have mid back pain too?
No.
Okay, so when you say have hip pain, is that both hips?
No, my left hip.
Okay.
I was in a car accident about 25 years ago when I was T-boned.
Okay.
But right now the pain radiates from my hip all the way down to my Achilles tendon.
Do you have sciatica?
I used to, but my chiropractor, James Lefevre, took care of it.
Okay. Okay.
So I always throw, you know.
I'm gonna have you stand here, and I'm gonna show the audience that I don't really look at people's posture, but what I'm really looking at, they can only see you from the waist up. So I will tell them about your feet. We're just gonna go over the top, and what I'd like the audience to do is maybe later today after the end of the show, go to a full-length mirror, close your eyes, march in place 20 times, stop with your eyes closed, let your body just stand, and then look. So this is what I do.
We move this stuff out of the way.
I'm happy to be your guinea pig.
You're not a guinea pig.
Okay,
You're
what am I
not a
doing?
guinea pig. You're gonna face right in front here.
Okay.
Okay, and I want you to put your hands at your side and just be yourself, okay? Now,
Speak
look
loud.
straight ahead. You see, for the audience, her shoulder on the left side is higher than the right side, okay? So I'm pretty sure with the information that she gave me that there is a hip issue, and she told me that she had issues on the left hip. Now, I'm not going to palpate her, but I'd almost guarantee, although it's not always like that the left hip is higher, and that's why she's having the pain.
Higher.
So that's something that she can, with a program at home, because that's how we do it, she would do the program at home. And seeing you now, I'm not going to correct you on stage because I need to put you on the floor and they won't be able to see you. But yeah, this can be corrected, and what's going to happen is you're going to start to feel that tension and that nerve pain that you're feeling shooting down your leg is going to let up. But most of all, you're going to be able to go to the mirror in the morning and look at yourself and go, oops, oh, I know what to do to fix it. And that's what I do. I have them learn how to fix themselves.
So it's just simple
It's very-
exercises that people
It's
do?
never simple.
Well, nothing's ever simple.
'Cause I'm not gonna
Forgive
give
me
you-
for that one, yes.
No, I'm not going to give you anything that doesn't challenge you, because otherwise we're not fixing you.
But I guess my question would be, there are exercises that you can do on your own at
Yes.
home
After I teach it, we
without
establish it.
surgery. That's one of the things that's important to you.
Well, that's how I kept me out of surgery. I kept my husband, Dr. Lefevre, and I both worked on Stephen. He has a congenital back issue, and he never even took one light day at work, and he's in construction. And he herniated 2 discs, he has spondylolisthesis, nerve impingement everywhere. He hollered more about Marcus Nash burning up his arms, and he carried on more about that than he ever did that back injury. And Dr. Lefevre said, oh my God, if a neurosurgeon saw this MRI, they'd want to know, can the guy walk? I said, walk? He's doing heavy, he would not take light duty.
Wow. That's amazing.
It can be done, because
Can
I
be done.
blew out something on myself 4 months ago and I never stopped. It gives you the tools. I mean, it's all going to come to the same thing. You're still going to have to line everything up right. So that's what it boils down to. And people think their only option is to cut or to take pills, but there's other things out there that you can become the master and begin to learn to live pain-free.
So I know it's complex and it's probably like an onion, but are there one or two
Absolutely.
things
That's very
the listeners
insightful.
could do to
Well,
get started?
yes.
And then we'll talk about how to connect with you.
The first thing you want to do is do my little exercise in front of the mirror. And some of you are going to see things that look like this, and their feet, one foot's going to be ahead of the other, or one foot is going to be turned out. I can't give you anything today, but if you email me, I'll send you some basic things you can do so you can learn to, not learn, but experience that this method has something to offer you. And then we get into detail with each individual.
So how do they, I know the information's down there, but how do they connect with you?
They can text me, they can email me, they can call me.
So the number on the screen, text or email.
That's fine.
Mind sharing your age.
Oh, she wants me to tell you guys that I'm 69.
I think that is amazing. You look fabulous.
I was deathly afraid at 44 of ending up a crippled old spinster, to be honest. I was deathly afraid of that.
And tell us, what do you do as a hobby? This is really fascinating.
Well, now you know what happened to the disc. But anyway, I got into powerlifting. This woman came in to get her hip fixed, and her husband came back the next day, and I know he wasn't hitting on me because he's happily married, and he said, You know, I think you'd be a good power lifter, and I bet you could win some state championships. And once I try, and I was still sick then, and I thought, oh, I don't want him to know I'm sick, you know, because this was about
But
4
you've
years
won.
ago.
You won.
I've gotten some world records. Yeah, I've got about 10 of them now, and a bunch of state records and first places. But not in the place I want. It's harder in AAU to win. I'm still working on that.
Well, if you're experiencing any pain whatsoever, please connect with Caroline. Carolyn. Where did Caroline come from?
A lot of people,
One of my
the
favorite young
British
ladies is
guys call
Caroline.
me Caroline.
Well, I have a very special person in my life. Her name's Carolyn.
Oh, well,
Caroline. So I got
Those
too
are, but see,
confused.
being called Caroline were fond memories for me too. Not the kind I want to tell my husband about, but they were good
okay.
memories.
We'll keep it a secret. My little thing here.
On national TV,
Pop
right?
So anyway, thank you for being with us. Cheryl,
Thank you very much.
Cheryl Barnes is up next, and thank you so much for being here.
Yes,
Aw,
thank you.
Thank you. Hugs to both of you.
And we'll
Thanks
be
for
back.
inviting me.